Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. So yesterday, as we have started phrases,
Walaikum assalam.
so as you know that phrase means it's an incomplete sentence, or we can say that complete as well. So basically it has two kinds of phrases, murakkab naqis and murakkab tam. So which things that means what words we can call phrases. Phrases can come only more than one word. If there is more than one word, that we can say that it's a phrase. But it has two kinds of phrases, incomplete and complete phrase. Complete phrase, nominal sentence and verbal sentence which has complete meaning. Like Haza Kitabun. This is a book. Whereas incomplete phrase, it has incomplete meaning. For example, in the house, a new book, this book, teacher's book, book and pen. So these all phrases have incomplete meaning. So, but these incomplete phrases we can use to make nominal sentence as well as verbal sentence. Only in verbal sentence we need to add verbs. Apart from that, for the subject and object, we can use phrases. Till now, we have learned only a single word, like single word as mubtada and single word as khabar. But yes, when we learn phrases, we can use phrases as mubtada and khabar. But not all phrases can we can use for mubtada or khabar. That we will learn later. But here we are learning one by one phrases. So yesterday we have learned prepositional phrase. So the prepositional phrase which has two parts, harf-e jar and isme majroor. So whatever noun comes after preposition is called as isme majroor and preposition is called as harf-e jar. Because of harf-e jar, noun goes into majroor state. Actually, noun is in marfu state. What is marfu? What is the sign of marfu? It takes dhamma sound ending. And what is the majroor state? When noun takes
Kasra.
kasra endings. So here for the preposition, it takes majroor state. So we have learned like fil bayti, alal kitabi, li Muhammadin. There are different prepositions we can use. Now billahi, this is also here. So these all are prepositional phrase. So today we are going to learn very important phrase which is called as possessive phrase, where student get confused about the possessive phrase. So this is very important because it is widely used in Arabic language. So let's understand possessive phrase. So these are the different phrases which we are learning. First, we have learned prepositional phrase. Now today we are learning possessive phrase, which is called as murakkabe idafi in Arabic language. So possessive, as you know that possessive, what is the use of possessive? To tell the ownership. Like for example, I say, this is my daughter's book. This is teacher's table. This is the door of car. So I'm telling the ownership of that particular thing. Suppose this is Allah's book. Al-Quranu Kitabullahi. So Allah is an owner and book is possessed thing. So basically, it is used to convey a possession. Possession means the ownership. Relationship between two nouns. So here you need to remember what part of speech we use. Only two nouns. As in prepositional phrase, we have learned two parts of speech. One is preposition and second is noun. Now in this phrase, we need to use two nouns to make the phrase. So when you compare with English language, you can see that when you tell the possessive phrase using of or apostrophe s. For example, Book of Bilal. So this preposition basically we don't use in Arabic, but we use as possessive phrase, that is Murakkabe Idafi. So this is the sign in English language when of comes between two nouns, we can say it is possessive phrase, or when you attach apostrophe s to an owner, that is possessor. So that also we can understand that this is possessive phrase. The same way there are some signs in Arabic language as well that how I can understand that whether it is possessive phrase or not, because it has two nouns. How can I differentiate which one is possessed and which one is possessor? So let's understand the structure as well. So basically it has two parts like we have learned in prepositional phrase, which has two parts, harf-e jar and ism majroor. The same way in possessive phrase, it has possessed, that is possessed thing, mudaf, and the second one is possessor, that is we can call an owner, mudaf ilayhi. So for example, you can see that here the phrase maktabul mudarrisi. So now the first one is your mudaf and the second one is mudaf ilayhi. But when you translate in English language, then you take possessor first, like the teacher's table. Or if you want to take mudaf, then you need to add of, like table of the teacher. So two ways you can translate in English. Like here I have given the example, Book of Bilal or Bilal's book, like Kitabu Bilalin. So we can translate in two ways. But in Arabic language, first the phrase starts from mudaf. So the first noun is mudaf and the second noun is mudaf ilayhi. So now we need to understand the structure of mudaf and mudaf ilayhi if I don't know the meanings. Sometimes we don't know meanings, but still we need to identify for analyzing the words in the sentence. So for that purpose, let's understand. Now you can see here that this phrase Kitabu Bilalin. Kitabu book and Bilalin Bilal. But when you merge it, it becomes phrase Bilal's book. So you need to add the relationship between these two words using apostrophe s in English. But in Arabic, you can see the structure. Basically, harkat, as I have told you, that the all grammatical terms in Arabic uh, depend on harkat, ending harkat. So according to ending harkat, we need to understand the role of that word. So here you can see the second one, maktabul mudarrisi. So here I have taken proper noun as my possessor, or here I have taken common noun as a possessor. So on my right side, this is mudaf, and on my left side, it's mudaf ilayhi, because possessive phrase starts from mudaf. So now we need to differentiate the structure of mudaf and mudaf ilayhi, and these rules you need to keep in your mind when you construct possessive phrase. For example, if I'm giving you two nouns, so you need to take the proper harkat for both and make possessive phrase. So let's understand the rules. The first is mudaf. Mudaf can take any case endings, but it should be single. Like it can take single dhamma or single kasra or single fatha. Any endings like dhamma, fatha, kasra, but it should be single. That means single dhamma, single fatha or single kasra. Whereas mudaf lehi is always in majroor case. That means it takes only kasra. Mudaf has three endings. It comes either with single dhamma or single kasra or single fatha. Whereas possessor, that mudaf lehi, is always in majroor state. As you know the sign of majroor state, it ends with kasra. That means possessor mudaf lehi takes only one ending, that is kasra. So this is very important for the mudaf, that it never takes, very important word, it never takes tanween or al, that is definite article. That means it never starts with al or it never ends with tanween. It always takes only single harkat, either single dhamma, single fatha or single kasra. Depends on the role of that mudaf in the sentence. But possessor, whereas possessor can take tanween or al. As you can see here, these two phrases. So Bilalin, this is tanween, and al-mudarrisi, it begins with al. And according to the place of mudaf, it is definite. That means it is always in marfu state. Okay, it is in marfu state by position. Though you cannot see that is marifa state, like it doesn't start with al, but still it is marfu state. That is, it is definite by position. Whereas mudaf lehi can be nakira, that is indefinite or definite. Whereas mudaf is always definite by position. Okay, though you cannot see the al sign at the beginning, but still it is definite by position, whereas mudaf lehi either indefinite or definite. I hope you are getting these rules. So these rules are very important to keep in your mind when you construct possessive phrase or when you analyze ayah, any ayah in the Quran, where you need to understand. Yesterday also there was possessive phrase. So you need to differentiate. How will you differentiate? The first word doesn't begin with al, whereas the second word, either it starts with al or it ends with tanween. So that you keep in your mind. So now you can see here, as I have told you, the very important part of the first one, that possessor can take any case endings, whereas mudaf lehi is always majroor case, but it can take tanween or al. And it can be definite or indefinite. So let's understand the sentences. So here you can see the different case endings of mudaf. The first one, you can look at the first word, mudaf, maktabul mudarrisi. So it has one dhamma. So it is in marfu state. So when noun is in marfu state, when it is a subject of a sentence. Okay, when it is a subject of the sentence. This is which we have learned in Arab. Okay, the noun takes dhamma endings like who endings when they are subject of the sentence. The second one, it can take fatha. So when it is in the mansoob state. So whenever noun comes after inna, it is in mansoob state because it is an object of inna. So inna maktaba. So you can see the endings of maktabu becomes maktaba because of inna. And third one, yesterday we have learned about the preposition, because as you know that after preposition there is a noun, because the noun always come after preposition. So ala, so the rules are fixed. So whatever noun comes after preposition, it is in majrur state. So mudaf, now mudaf is in majrur state. So maktabu becomes maktabi. So ala maktabil mudarrisi. So I hope you are getting about mudaf here, that the different case endings according to the position of the mudaf in sentence. Now the second one we have learned about mudaf ilayhi. It is either definite or indefinite, that you can easily understand, that kitabut talibi. So here your mudaf ilayhi is definite because it begins with al. And it is marifa. But you can see that the endings are fixed. It takes only kasra. And kitabu talibin. Here it is nakira. I hope it is clear, because this phrase is very important where students get confused many times.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yeah. So now let's understand. See, these are all we have learned about the phrases. Now we can use this phrase in nominal sentence because we have learned nominal sentence. So Muhammadun Rasulullahi. Now which one is Mubtada here? Can you guess?
Muhammad.
Muhammad. And which one is Mubtada? Sorry, cover.
The whole phrase, Rasulullah.
Rasulullahi. So this is khabar, but khabar is in which phrase? Possessive phrase.
Murakabeda.
So this is possessed. Which one is mudaf? Rasulu. Because it doesn't begin with al. And it doesn't end with tanween. So it is mudaf. And the second one you can see, it begins with al and ends with kasra. So it is mudaf ilayhi.
Ji.
So Muhammad is a messenger of Allah.
Oh.
Now we'll take in a second way. Qalamut talibi maksurun. Which one is mubtada here now? No. Qalamut talibi. This is mubtada because now this phrase is mubtada. Pen of the student is broken. Maksurun. So mudaf cannot come alone. How can? So qalamut talibi, this is mubtada, and mubtada is in possessive phrase. So qalamu, possessed, mudaf, and at-talibi, possessor. The student's pen is broken. So we are
जी
not using here the single word as mubtada or khabar. We are using here phrases, either as mubtada or khabar. So I'm trying to tell you that possessive phrase we can use in the place of mubtada as well as in the place of khabar. Because it is like a single word in the form of phrase. Like I can say, my father's pen is broken. My father's house is new. Am I right? Or I can say that the door of the house is open. So now the door of the house, this is mubtada. As I have told you that you need to identify where you need to add is. So before is, this is subject, and after is, this is predicate. Because there is no any copular verbs in Arabic language. Now we are going to take here some phrases from Quran. The first one you can see, Rabbul Alameen. Which one is mudaf here?
रब्बु
Yes. So according to the structure, you can understand an Alameen mudaf ilayhi, Lord of the universe. Now, Qawmu Saw'in. Which one is mudaf and mudaf?
قوم
Mudaf ilayhi. So you can differentiate that mudaf doesn't begin with al, whereas mudaf ilayhi ends with tanween here. People of evil. Zulfadli.
الزو is مضاف
Yes, mudaf. And al-fadli, mudaf ilayhi. Ibn Sabili.
ابن is مضاف سبيل is مضاف
Very good.
Ma'am, in Rabbul Alameen, so does Al Alameen was in
Una,
Alameen?
ina. We have learned singular, dual, and plural endings. So when you take dual noun, what is the ending in majrur state?
Aini.
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 Aini. The same way for una, plural form, what is
Ina.
هنا هنا
ina, ina.
Ina.
Okay?
Okay.
Now becomes mina because of it is in majrur state. Because according to the numbers, they have different endings. We have dun, dan, din. This is for singular or for the broken plurals. Whereas for dual and plurals, ani, aini, aini, for both masculine and feminine. For sound plural masculine, una, ina, ina. And for sound plural feminine, atun, atin, atin.
Okay, ma'am, got it.
So ahlu baitin. Mudaf.
أهل مضاف بيت
Then ashabun nar.
أصحاب
Mudaf and Nar is Mudaf ilayhi.
Yes. Now here we are going to take two words, like two nouns. Suppose here I have taken special slide to make it if I have two words. For example, I can take here color moon. Okay. And the second one I have wala dun. So which one I can take as mudaf? Walamun or waladun?
Column.
Walamun. So what is the structure of mudaf? It
No
doesn't
tanween. No
begin with
tanween.
al.
No al.
So we should not take. The second one, it doesn't end with tanween, so we need to drop one dhamma. And we can take here wala mu. Now waladun. If your mudaf is in indefinite state, then your mudaf is indefinite. If your mudaf is definite state according to the position, then we take definite state of mudaf ilayhi. So what is the rule for mudaf ilayhi? It starts with al. So if I take al here, then wala du or waladi.
Waladi.
Yes, very good. So we cannot take here dhamma because it always takes only one harka, that is kasra. So it becomes walad. Now this is the correct possessive phrase. Qalamul walad. The boy's pen. Okay, are you getting it? That how can? So especially I'm making it so that others can understand how to make. Now let's take any other two words. If I take here rajulun. Okay, and here I can take baytun. Now you can tell me which one can be mudaf here if I have.
Baitu. Baitu. Baitun.
So when I take baytun, so I cannot take al
Tanween.
or tanween. So it becomes
Right.
baytu.
Bait.
And now rajulun is mudaf, so I can take indefinite. If I take then ar raju.
Li.
Very good. Li. But now I want to tell this phrase using preposition. Okay. Now, what is the translation of this? The man's house. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes. Now I want to tell in the man's house.
Fi rajul.
Fi. So if I add here fi, then do I need to make any changes in mudaf?
Baitu. Baiti.
Baiti. Because now this one is isme majroor for fi. So here I should erase who, and now I need to add Ti. Okay, so now it has two phrases. So this one is your prepositional phrase, and this one is your,
Mudaf, Murakkab
Possessive phrase.
yes, so this one I must say whole one is prepositional phrase. And this one noun is here Murakkabe Idafi, that is possessive phrase. So it has two phrases. Suppose I want to change here. I want to tell for, I want to emphasize that indeed the man's house. If I add indeed, what is indeed?
Inna,
Inna.
Inna. So when I add inna, so do I need to make
Baita,
it? Yes,
Baita.
right. So I can change here. Baita. Okay. So now I want to change here the man's son. So which thing I need to change? Mudaf or mudaf? The man's son. Son means what I need to change? Mudaf, am I right? So if I write here, Ibnu. Son means Ibnu. Sorry. So Ibnu. Now I want to add action. Like if I add here daraba. What is the meaning of daraba?
Hit.
He hit. Now, as you know that when the noun is in an object of a verb, it is in mansub state. Now, I want to tell he hit the man's son. उसने मारा आदमी के बच्चे को.
Ibna,
So now here your mudaf, that means your possessive phrase is object of a verb. So that time here also, I hope you are getting it, that how we are changing the endings of mudaf, because mudaf is a word in possessive phrase where we need to change the endings according to the position of mudaf in sentence. Whereas mudaf le is constant. It is always in kasra state, no change. Ibnur Rajuli, Ibnar Rajuli, or Ibnir Rajuli. So here we are not changing mudafli, but whereas mudaf we need to change according to the position, according to its position in the sentence. I hope everyone is getting it. Is there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
Shall I go ahead?
Yes.
Now here, I'll ask one by one. Okay, you need to decide. Here I have given, now what is the question? make possessive phrase using following nouns. So now here, two nouns, tabibun, bintun. You need to make this phrase, daughter of the doctor. Yeah, I'll ask one by one. Yes. Sister Sarah, tell me.
Daughter of the doctor.
Hmm.
Doctor. Bintu Tabibi.
Bintut.
Tabibi.
Very good. Correct. Okay, Sister Manisha. You make the second, Talibun Qalamun. You need to make the student's pen.
Talibu Qalamun.
Wrong.
Qalamin.
Which one is mudaf?
Sorry. Qalamu Talibin. Qalamu Talibin.
Yes. Need to decide that which one is
Sorry. Yes.
mudaf. Okay. Let's take next. Yes, Miss Sister Shafia Begum. Gurfatun Nafizatun. Nafizatun window. Gurfatun room. You need to make the window of room or window of the room. You can add the anywhere.
Fizatul Khurfa.
الغرفة.
Asking Shafia Begum. No? Okay, yes, Akila Jahan. Tell me.
Nafizatul Khurfa. Sister?
Nafizatul. What is the ending of Gurfa?
There.
There. Correct. Kasra.
Jazakallah. Jazakallah, sister.
Nafizatul Gurfati.
Khurfa.
T. We need to pronounce
Sorry.
to understand the grammar.
Gurfa. There.
Gurfa, yes, when we read Gurfa, but when we are learning grammar, we need to pronounce ending so we can understand. Yes, Nafizatul.
When I read the sentence, the pronunciation will be Nafizatul Gurfa.
Yes, correct.
Thank you, sister. Jazakallah khair.
So now let's take next. Yes, Jalisa. Hamidun Maktabun. Hamid stable. Make it. Jalisa, are you there?
Makhtabul Hamida.
Okay, Sister Naz.
مكتب الحميد.
We should know that.
الحميد.
Do you add al before your noun, the Naz?
Oh, sorry. Is it Hamidu al-Maktabi?
No, which one is owner here and which one is possessed thing? Yes. Which one is mudaf and which one is mudaf? Lehi ham is stable.
Maktabu is mudaf. Is it?
So then you need to take mudaf first.
Maktabu Hamidi.
Hamidin.
Hamidin, sorry.
Yes, Maktabu Hamidin. Sabiha Yusuf. Mosque of Muslims.
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Masjidu al-Muslimun.
Muna, no, it is Majrur state. Then what is the ending of Una?
Muslimuni. Al-Masjidu Muslimun.
Mina. We have learned Una, Ina, Ani, Ani.
Masjidul Muslimina.
Yes. But here we are taking indefinite state because there is no the. So we should not add here al. But Masjidu All Muslims.
I
No? It is
understood
not
we should not.
specific Muslims. It is
Yes,
for all.
that I understood that this is we should
Yeah,
not add al.
yes, yes. But here Mina,
Nina.
Una, Ina, Ina. So what is the ending of majrur state? Ina, if it is
Ina.
plural.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah.
Babu as-sayyarati.
Yes. Babus Sayyarati. So, but I wanted to ask someone else. Okay, anyways. So it is Babus Sayyarati. I hope it is clear that how to construct possessive
Sister,
phrase.
one small doubt, sister.
Pardon?
Why we don't put the Masjidul Muslima? Mine al we don't put that.
It's up to you. This is not for the specific Muslim, no? Mosque is for all.
Okay. Then it becomes a Muslimain.
It depends on the phrase. We are using here in indefinite state.
Okay,
If
sister.
I write here mosque of the Muslims, you can add al.
Okay. Jazakallah, sister.
So is it clear for everyone?
Alhamdulillah, sister.
Yes, ma'am.
So now
So,
these are,
Ustaza, one doubt that when we have to look at the whether it is Marifa or Nakira, how do we identify like what we have to
if there is
like
no other when you translate.
in the phrase when there will be no the al, then it is Nakira.
Yes, certainly.
Okay.
But mudafli, you can use either definite or indefinite.
No, I'm talking about the whole phrase will have to have some
Yes. Because it
definite
depends on
and
mudaf. If
okay.
mudaf is in indefinite state,
Hmm.
then you can use mudaf lihi as well as in indefinite state.
Okay.
And if it is indefinite, but mostly it is definite state. That means mudaf is mostly definite form.
Jazakallah.
Yeah.
Can have another round practice, Allah?
Yes. Would you like to practice?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, I'll ask you. Okay, you tell me. Okay. Bed of the boy.
Sarirun.
Hmm.
Boy. Rajulun.
No, walad.
Waladun.
Waladin. Waladin.
Al-waladi.
No, she has to make, so please let her make. Yeah. Yes, make it and tell
Okay,
me.
Sarirul waladi.
Very good. Yes.
Right.
Sarirul walad.
Waladi.
Yes.
Ma'am,
So,
Sarirul waladi.
correct. She told the same. Sarirul waladi. Okay. Now we'll take here. Who wants to tell? By house of Allah.
Baitullahi.
Baitullahi. Okay. Now we'll take the second one here. Mother's house.
Mother's, ma'am.
Baitu
Baitul ummi.
ummin.
Yes, Baitul Ummi.
Ummi.
The mother's house. Correct. But now I want to say the mother's daughter. Now we are telling the family members relation using possessive phrase.
Bintul
Bintul
Ummi.
Ummi, correct. Bintul Ummi.
Ummi.
Okay. Now the sister's son.
Sisters.
Son.
إخ-
Uhtu
أخوة
Ibnul Ukhti.
Ibn
Okay. I'm going to give you this kind of view which you are asking about. So you need to identify. Okay, I'll tell you. Here I have given. So these are the phrases which are in the Quran. But before that, I'll show you your homework. This one. So I've taken from Quran. These are the sentences, okay? Where you need to identify which one is possessive phrase and label mudaf and mudaf ilayhi.
Ji.
Okay? Very easy, but very important to understand.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? So what will you do? You need to identify first mubtada and khabar because these all are nominal sentences. And then you label which one is phrase using mudaf and mudaf ilayhi.
Ilay.
Okay? But please do it. This homework is very important.
Wa'dullahi haqqun. Wa'dullahi is possessive phrase, ma'am.
You do not tell me. You do it. This is your homework.
Ji. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these are all phrases from Quran. Rasulullahi, Nasrullahi, Amrullahi, Naqatullahi, Yawmul Fasli, Laylatul Qadri. So that you have learned and you might have read as well in Quran.
Firstly means what, ma'am? Yawmul firstly.
So
Day of
exact-
Judgment.
Judge. Faisla.
Faisla, correct.
Ji.
Okay. So these are the different phrases. Now this is very important. Now this is we need to understand about possessive phrase where mudaf is declared, sorry, mudaf ilayhi, okay? Sometimes mudaf ilayhi is declared or it is hidden. Hidden means it is in the form of pronouns, which we have already learned. Attached pronouns. Now look at the phrase. Maktabul mudarrisi. Maktabu possessed, al-mudarrisi possessor. Now I can write here the same thing, maktabuhu.
Who?
Now al-mudarrisi is replaced into who?
With pronouns.
Yes, with pronoun. So now this pronoun, attached pronoun is mudaf
Muzafilai.
ilayhi. So now maktabu, possessed, and
Maktubuhu.
who? Possessor.
If here jar not coming, ma'am. He.
Pardon?
Who?
What? Yes.
Muzafilai should be in majroor place, na ma'am.
No, it is not that because this is mabni. According to place, it is majrur.
Ji. Yes.
Okay. According to place, it is majrur, but it is mabni. It has fixed sign. If the preceded later, that means the later which comes before who. If it is in kasra, then you can take who becomes he. But this is only for better pronunciation. It is not mandatory.
Yeah. Yes.
For example, fihi. But I cannot
Yeah.
use for
It is
min.
in
Min who hota hai?
Majroor place.
Yes. So
Minhu.
this is not mandatory because the pronouns are mabni. Mabni means,
Mabni.
yes,
Yes.
they have fixed
Do not
spelling pattern.
change.
They do not change. They are fixed. So according to the place, it is in majroor state. But you
Yeah.
should not keep the sign for that. That means you cannot see the ending sounds. But according to the place, it is majroor. So this is important note that an attached pronoun, when attached to a noun, is always mudaf ilayhi. And the noun it is attached to is mudaf. So maktabu, it is, as usual, it is mudaf, no change. Whereas mudaf ilayhi now here, it is in the form of pronoun. So we say Zahir and Damir. Damair. Damir. Damair is a plural. Zahir means declared. Al-Mudarris is declared. I can see the ending sounds. But whereas Damir, hidden. We cannot see the endings. But according to the position, we can understand it is mudaf ilayh. So now you can see the second note I have written here. The attached pronoun in this case is always majroor. When attached pronouns are attached with noun, they are in majroor state. Why? Because they are mudaf ilayhi. They are always mudaf ilayhi. If I say ummi, my mother, am I right? So mother is mudaf and my is mudaf ilayhi. His father. Father is mudaf
Abuhu.
and his is mudaf ilayhi.
Musa.
Okay, so that you like we have learned, and you can see this word in Quran as well. Rabbu, Rabbi, Rabbuna. So Rabbi, Rabb, mudaf, my mudafli, my Lord. I hope everyone is getting. So when it is mudaf lehi, when attached pronoun is mudaf lehi, when it is attached with noun. Only noun. Like in the possessive prepositional phrase also we have learned yesterday. Like if I say that fil baiti in the house.
In my house.
Fil baiti I'm talking. No, it is
Acha,
my
acha.
house. Fil
Jab
baiti
masjid.
in the
Yeah,
house.
in the house. In the house.
So I can say in it, fihi.
Okay.
So now there also your noun is hidden, but their attached pronoun is isme majroor, object of a preposition.
Image.
The same way
Yes.
here also the same possessive phrase. So mudaf lehi can be noun or pronoun.
Pronoun.
The same way isme majroor, that is object of the preposition, noun or pronoun. I hope it is clear.
Ji.
Here you can see.
Alhamdulillah.
Sure.
Yes. Now here you can see it is declared. Kitabu Muhammadin. Kitab, mudaf, Muhammadin, mudaf ilayhi. But I can change it using kitabuhu, kitabuka. So now who, ka, they are mudaf ilayhi. Now you can see here. Why? According to its position. Whereas ka and who are attached pronouns, but they are here mudaf ilayhi because they are attached
Jab.
with noun. Is it clear?
And they are in majroor state because of mudaf ilayhi.
Yes.
Ji.
If I write here the same for the possessive phrase, prepositional phrase also the same. Like if I
majroor
say,
state.
yes, P, Al, Baiti.
In the
Okay.
house.
So I want to change it. In it, I don't want to declare. I can
Fi.
use who. But as I have told you, if the letter which comes before who, it is in kasra, then who becomes he. So it becomes
Fihi.
fi.
Hmm.
Now here, this is harfe jar and this is isme majroor, object of a preposition. But here it is object of a preposition, and here this one mudaf alayhi, possessor.
Ji.
Okay, like we use no assalamu alaikum,
Ji.
assalamu alayka,
Upon
alayka,
you. Upon
yes,
you.
upon you. So this one is prepositional phrase where your object of a preposition is hidden. It is in the form of pronoun.
Yes, yes. Ji.
Okay. So same way here also for the possessive phrase. So you can change only mudaf ilayhi. You should not change mudaf. Mudaf is as it is.
Ji.
If you compare with English, you can understand very easily.
Yes, alhamdulillah.
So I hope it is clear for you people that in this week we have learned 2 phrases. And inshallah next week we shall complete all phrases, and again we'll be back with nominal sentence to understand and analyze.
Ji, inshallah. I think ma'am got left for some reason. Inshallah, we'll end the class.
Same line is not clear.
Ma'am, my ma'am got left. I don't know, for some reason she was saying.
Okay, okay.
I think we'll also end the
Okay.
Right. Thank you, sisters.
sorry.
She didn't say assalamu alaikum, so she might come back.
No, I think she must have left. Sometime there is power failure at her place, no?
Ah,
So she might have got
so
left
we'll
while
see in the group if it is written.
it's written.
We'll see.
Class is over.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Say
Yeah.
dua ba.
Yes. You'll say, sister.
Subhanallah bihamdihi.
Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdi.
Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdika.
Ashhadu an la
La ilaha
ilaha
illa anta wa nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.
illa
Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun alal mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Jazallahu anna Muhammadan ma faqalahu sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Ji.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, sisters.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.